Howdy, and welcome back. I'm Steven, and this is FWP Reviews. The month of May has come to an end, and with that comes my monthly summary video. Without any stalling, I present the good, the bad, and the ugly of May 2021. May was filled with many surprises, including a surprising lack of letdowns. I think as a whole, May 2021 could be one of the best months of the year yet. Let's roll right into the first movie I saw this month. The Mitchells vs. the Machines is a beautifully animated and extremely clever movie. On the surface, without knowing much, it may seem like a phone bad, book good type of movie that's somewhat out of touch, but it really isn't. When the machines attack Earth, Katie and her family must fight to survive. Chaos, love, and something extremely special follow suit. I enjoyed this extremely strong animated movie, and it's another great entry into the genre of the already great year for animated movies that we are in. Tom Clancy's Without Remorse is one of the most forgettable movies I've ever seen. I saw it a month ago, and I can't remember much. Well, no, that was another movie. Give me a minute, I'll figure it out. Michael B. Jordan was in it. Night in Paradise is when The Godfather meets John Wick meets mediocrity. I enjoyed this movie a fair bit. There are a lot of moments that drag though, and the movie just feels so long. The insanity of it all does help me push through it, and it does have one of the most insane, batshit crazy finales I've seen in a while, and I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. Monster proves why Kelvin Harris Jr. is great and one to look out for in the years to come. It also proves that stylizing anything you can put your hands on is not always great. I mean, it's fine, pretty good even. I just don't think I'll remember it or be impacted by it even a few months from now. Mainstream is a full-on trip. Nothing more, nothing less. I enjoyed the cast in Maya Hawke and Andrew Garfield, and I enjoyed the direction of the movie for all of about 30 minutes. It's hard to really track where the metaphor / criticism of social media and influence culture really becomes too complicated and convoluted for its own good. At a point, it just gets lost in itself, and it doesn't really have anything impactful to say. Finding that point was hard, although I'm pretty sure it might have just been that Jake Paul cameo. The Waterman, unlike The Empty Man, The Invisible Man, and all the other mans, is not a horror movie, it's more of a fantasy movie. This fact pleasantly surprised me. However, the slow and meandering plot takes its sweet time, and that makes for a less than sweet viewing time. The big reveal of the movie and a lot of in-between moments are stunning, but the blend and quantity of just about every narrative part was off. Wrath of Man proves to me that Guy Ritchie has still got some bit of innovation left in him. Him and Jason Statham are back, and this time they're getting dark. Really dark. Jason Statham does work incredibly well for this movie. I enjoyed a lot of the fights and action as well as the blaring, incredible string score. It manages to suck you fully into this world despite its clear and annoying absurdities. It's got this certain heat and intensity to it akin to many movies I love, and I enjoyed it a lot because of that. Oxygen. Ah yes, another boring Netflix thriller I'll forget in a few weeks, or even days. Wait, what's this? Oh, this movie's damn good, yeah, I forgot. There are a lot of generic thriller elements, and it can be a bit arduous to watch at times. However, there are a few stunning scenes where all of the stars align for this movie. The music, the writing, the visuals, everything. When I tell you my jaw was on the floor in these moments, my jaw was on the floor. I just want to know how the woman in the window looked kinda decent in the trailers. I didn't expect this to be something great or to finally be Amy Adams' Revenant, but fucking god, this movie's awful. There were some moments early on where I was thinking, this could go well, but no, this is a straight Wisconsin cheese fest. It's the cheesiest movie I've seen all year, somehow. Picture this, a world where the Those Who Wish Me Dead trailer drops. Everybody claps. Action-packed movie with Angelina Jolie back in an action movie. Pretty fire. What more could you want? Except, this is the world that we lived in. The trailer gave me intensely mediocre vibes, and I wasn't excited in the slightest. Yet, I held out because everybody else saw potential in it. So I watched it. And I just want to say, this movie is so damn boring, it almost killed me like the wildfire did to those poor people. I would have rather been swallowed up by the fire than watch this movie ever again. The Killing of Two Lovers, featuring a surprising lack of killing lovers. What it doesn't lack? The Killing of My Heart. This movie is so grounded in the worst possible way. I felt my gut being wrenched in every single turn of the movie. It captures the grayness of life and a love gone sour almost perfectly. About Endlessness is an endless motion vignette. I really appreciated the art of it and I quite enjoyed it a lot. At some moments it was just a little bit too boring and a little bit too over my head. Spiral from the Book of Saw was just Chris Rock yelling for 90 minutes. It is also the latest attempt at reviving the once beloved Saw franchise. While it's not horrible, perhaps we should let it stay dead if this is the best we can do when we're throwing it all out there and trying our absolute best, getting the A-listers, getting everybody on board. Got a whole brand new concept for this Saw universe, and it's still this mediocre. Maybe it's time to move on. Finding You is the latest rom-com that hits all the right notes for me. The rom-com sandwich is something I will discuss in a later video. Just know that this one did a pretty good job with its sandwich. I enjoyed the charismatic leads and the twists this movie had to offer. I enjoyed a lot of the scenery and the woos the storyline put forth. It had a decent amount more to it than just a love story, and I enjoyed it quite a lot for what it was. It made me feel in all the right ways. Army of the Dead sees Zack Snyder returning to his roots. I enjoyed this movie a lot for it being a zombie movie, and I'm incredibly happy to see Netflix giving Zack the platform he deserves. It has some clever genre twists as well as some combo mambo moments with the heist genre. I enjoyed the large cast, especially Dave Bautista, and especially him in glasses. There was far too much there for me to enjoy, so it made it relatively easy to look over some of my smaller complaints. We live in a sea, an infinite sea of musician documentaries, and Pink, all I know so far, is the next drop in this huge ocean. I enjoyed some of the commentary and the insight into the tour life of Pink. It has a few really inspirational moments that help me get through the rockier parts of the documentary. Again though, it is just another one of those musician documentaries, and it's probably not going to have any lasting impact on me, unfortunately. It doesn't do enough to blaze its own path. Riders of Justice is the next movie in the saga of Mads Mikkelsen can do anything in a movie and be damn good at it. This revenge thriller hooks me in quite a lot. The performances all around were especially strong. The hodgepodge chosen family we got in the crew by the end of the movie was something that was extremely intriguing and really worked well for this movie. The Paper Tigers was something I really wanted to enjoy, but the great moments couldn't get me past bad things about the movie. I was generally unmoved by the paper-thin narrative. Get it? It felt overly goofy for reasons that are beyond me. It lost me a lot along the way, but I felt like it was a heartfelt and warm movie. A Quiet Place Part 2 is proof that good movie sequels are not dead. Maybe there's hope for Knives Out 2 yet. I wouldn't put either of these movies over the others. They're quite like T1 and T2. They're pretty much completely different things. I don't think that either of them are as good as T1 and T2, but they're damn great still. I enjoyed the balance of increasing the action stakes as well as still leaning back on that ever-important silence that this movie offers. John Krasinski continues to prove himself as a director thanks to his talented crew. Perella was kind of good though. Memes aplenty, and as unnecessary as a movie there could be, but it's good. I genuinely had a blast with this movie. Emma Squared gives electric performances and their rivalry really lights up the screen. It isn't without its silliness and obscene plot holes, but its excellent costume design, music, and genre mashup makes for one of the most entertaining times I've had in a movie theater this year. Plan B is the newest addition to the buddy comedy genre. This movie is part of an emerging subgenre in the buddy comedy. It centers around commentary about the severe mistreatment and misbalance in reproductive rights that women face. This is then tightly wound into a narrative that's about the triumphs and tragedies of love and friendships. This movie does just enough substance-wise for me to get over the endless and tasteless slapstick humor that I didn't find very enjoyable at all. And that is all the new movies I saw in May of 2021. On to June. The box office continues to rise as A Quiet Place 2 is the highest grossing movie since Sonic of February last year. Bigger hits are coming like Fast 9 this month, Black Widow next month, and I'm extremely excited for this continued uptick in the box office. Hopefully. As always, I'll be back to share my thoughts on all of the new movies I saw next month. Until then, follow my Instagram at FWP Reviews 100 for daily written reviews about the newest movies. With that, This is FWP Reviews signing off. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.